for coming today. Next to me, I've got Ross from Aiko.
Thanks for having us, mate.
Yep.
That's excellent.
And James, you're with Schletter. You're new to the role.
Fairly new, yeah.
Yeah, within the last year, I think.
On the month number 3.
Month number 3.
So I'm still new to the mountain game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lot to learn.
Yeah. Thanks for coming up to Kansas.
No, thanks for having us.
Being here with us. And our special guest, Nick.
Yeah. Howdy, guys.
Yeah.
My name's Nick from Prestige Renewables. We're a North Queensland-based solar company. I think we've got close to 70 staff across our locations right now.
Yeah, you guys have really grown in the last couple of years, mate.
Yeah, it's definitely a logistical nightmare at times, being spread out across most of Queensland.
Yep.
But no, it's good. It's good. It keeps you on your toes, I suppose.
Yep.
It's been interesting, but it's good to have good partners that we work with as well. So people like yourself at AC, it's been really handy and a good place to leverage on.
Yeah. No, you've been a fantastic customer of ours for a number of years now. Tell us a little bit how you started. So, are you a Sparky?
Yeah. So original background is obviously an electrician,
Yep.
and then got into electrical contracting, and
Yep.
most people start a solar business. Generally, if they're starting on with any electrical knowledge, they're contracting for some sort of companies, and you quickly learn the how that game works and the lack of quality that they essentially want to get you to install. And when you're installing products that are just the bottom of the barrel, it doesn't sit well, or when they're supplying racking and equipment that's not to suit a cyclone zone and things like that. It's not what you want to do, and we just got sick of doing that, and then decided to really focus on quality and just do our own thing, really. So it's been good.
Yeah, nice. And that was what, I guess 3 years ago. And
yeah, so we rebranded into Prestige 3 years ago, or 2 and a bit years ago now, and we haven't looked back. So it's really exploded since there. I think when we did that, we had about 20 staff, and now we're close to 70. So it's
across 3 branches, 4 branches?
Four now, yeah.
Branches.
So we've got Southeast Queensland going, and we're looking to start another couple very soon as well. So it's exciting.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I remember the first time that you came into our office. You were driving a bright orange Tesla.
It's supposed to be red, but unfortunately, when you wrap a blue car, it does change the color slightly.
Yep. And we were like, who is this baller rolling into here? And it was the start of what's been a fantastic partnership.
Yeah, so the reason I actually went in there was a few weeks before I was down in Sydney, and I caught up with Ross for the first time, and we realised we really wanted to start getting these Aiko panels, and that you guys were a supplier of them in North Queensland. So that's actually what initiated that whole conversation, really.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, we're pretty new to the market then. New product, we're looking for customers to come on board, and Nick was one of the early adopters. He identified, this got some unique selling features here. They're not just selling features, they are unique features to our panel compared to other panels on the market. And I think I've spent quite a bit of time with Nick's sales team over the last couple of years doing a bit of trading.
Yep.
And I think something that's great to see from the Prestige team is they really focus on the quality of the product that they sell in the customer, and then eventually going to install for that customer. So, which has been fantastic, and it's worked well for a few years. And we've had Nick over to the factory a couple of times, and I'd like to say he's been pretty impressed with it. So it's been great.
Well, now we've I think I've been to China even just this year 3 times. So we've done quite a bunch of factory tours now, and the Aiko panel manufacturing facility is top class. Like the way the cells are manufactured, the fact that their cells are right next to their panel manufacturing facility, it's all in one. What's the correct wording for the way that's set up? How you've got the cells straight into the factory?
It's just automated.
There was a particular word Thomas was using with the way the line is set up, because it's all one center.
Yeah.
There's no transportation of cells to a panel manufacturing facility. It's all in the one setup.
Yeah.
And it really sort of sets it apart from the other ones I've seen. And just the way the robots worked and the automation, I just can't believe they're actually able to build such high quality panels at the price they do it.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely incredible.
I think you hear it. I've got kids in high school, and you hear the high schools talk about STEM programs all the time. And it's not until you go to a factory like that, special solar cell manufacturing facility, do you understand why there's this big push for kids to get involved with STEM, the science, technology, engineering and maths, because when you see that, it's just almost a kilometre and a half cell lines, and it's just absolutely amazing.
The scale is just
It's
immensely impressive. And I think as a salespeople as well, seeing your own facilities adds another layer to the passion of what you're trying to sell.
Yeah.
You know, I've worked in solar for many years, and I've only just recently started to go to manufacturing facilities. It adds a real another layer to the products that you're selling and passion behind the brand.
Yeah.
So, and the scale is just incredible.
I never truly realised just the levels of even just making the wafer and what goes into that part, and just the different styles that these can do it in, and all the different steps to creating it is crazy.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah. And when did you decide, or what made you decide to use Schletter for your racking? What was that kind of thought process?
Yeah, so with the racking change to Schletter, like the thing that really got us over the line in the end, and we don't actually do that much tile up here, but when we saw the Schletter tile foot, that was what set us apart, because it's so over-designed, or it's just everything has been thought about. Like in the standard before that, it was just every company had the exact same thing. Now they brought one out that is absolutely perfect. It allows you to have, it doesn't sit on a standard 90 degree, which allows weight to be pressed on the tile. It sits slightly higher. What that means is over time, it's not going to damage your tiles and you get broken water leaks, things like that. On top of that, the standard way in the industry before this foot come out was with packers. So if the tile foot wasn't going to sit at the right height, you put packers in under it and you'd space it up. The Schletter foot, it's got an adjustable nut. You loosen it, you raise it to the exact height of the roof you need, you tighten it, you're done. And just a number of jobs that we'd, essentially had issues with not having the right amount of packers or couldn't get the feet to sit perfectly, completely eliminates all of that. And like I said, we don't do that much of it, but that was looking at that one product and realizing the amount of engineering and thought they'd put into it was like, okay, we need to look at this more seriously. Because then we realized the spacing of the feet, the way the rail is compact, it's less likely to get damaged in transport because it's a square and doesn't have any like edges that are potentially going to get folded like your standard rails. I won't name any names, but it becomes a bit of a problem when the guys are putting it on a trailer and ratchet strapping it down, and if they're not mindful of what they're doing, it's an easy way to bend and damage it. And the last thing we want is the rail not being to the rating and to the strength that we essentially are needing.
Yeah, well, it's amazing feedback. And at the end of the day, Schletter is an engineering company at heart. Everything we do is over-engineered in German, right? We know German. You look at cars, you look at everything, from a historical from German, it's over-engineered. But we also do it from an efficiency perspective as well. So as you say, no packers. So we look at it from the engineering, and we look at efficiency, and we look at SKUs as well. The less time you can be on site, the less things nuts and bolts you're assembling, we'll do ourselves, right? The quicker you can get off the roof, really.
And for us, it is a big thing about quality. With all our racking, we like it. With the Aiko panels, they're full black. We install it every time with the full black Schletter. It's a really nice looking product. We've used a few different brands before and had some issues where it's comes up not very black if you go back in 6 months, and it's just painted rail, and it's not what you want to see. And when you want to deliver high quality jobs day after day, those little things matter. And because I believe the Schletter has like the thickest anodization of any rail in the market right now.
15 microns. So 15 microns is pretty much at your upper limit of the anodization that you really can get to. Couple that with T66 aluminium, a couple of grades higher than your our next best competitor. So that allows yes, anodization is one thing, but even our raw finished material, you can put that up on a coastline. If you're doing a surf lifesaving club.
For homeowners that don't understand that, essentially it's a aircraft, it's a marine grade,
correct.
Yeah, marine grade aluminium.
Correct.
Yep. And that's across the board. That's all your different parts.
No matter what it is, all parts, even the anodized product as well.
Yeah.
It's the same grade.
Yeah.
And we really like the full 25-year warranty that comes with it as well. Even the screws, they've got special screws, the C5 screws that are full 25-year warranty. So obviously where we live, where we are, it's a big thing, like that salt rating and all that sort of stuff. So
the warranty is a really good topic because there's a lot of long warranties in the market, right? Panels 25 years. We've even seen 40 at some point. You've gone from inverters to 5 to 10 and above. But a lot of these manufacturers haven't been around for these periods of time.
Yep.
Schletter, 1968. We're on our third warranty period. We've done it twice over. We were the first ones to move to 25 years warranty.
Yeah.
Right. And I think warranty is definitely something that's overlooked a lot. You simply look at the number, but back a company that's been around for that warranty period
Yeah.
is a big thing.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.